A completely different design. Haven't seen anything like this so far in our 2 hours. And this is the really super hardworking boot. I have a friend of mine who literally owns a pig farm in Ohio, and her name, she's actually my former roommate from college. And love her to death, her name is Mindy, and she lives on a pig farm. Well, I'll tell you what, even if you live on a pig farm, it doesn't matter, she's got great style. And she, though, needs a boot that's really gonna work. Also, my friend Teresa, she lives on a pretty sizable property. It's called the Rugged Ranch, and they have these wooded areas, and she's always taking walks back there, and they're always clearing out stuff. Again, one style, don't wanna have to wear, you know, the big ugly guy boots. This is the one that's gonna take those really, really heavy duty elements because they are the duck boot, which this section is completely waterproof, which is great. So now if you are really getting into the deep mud, the deep snow, maybe you work outside all the time or you've gotta be outside a lot, this is gonna be your go-to. Then this has the NeverWet, and once again, that is suede. And of course, how cute are they? Like if you're really going to the hardworking boots, like the super hardworking boots, you expect them to be super manly ugly, and they're not. They look great because it's bear paw. All right, 2 colors. We have the hickory, which love that. Hickory with the contrast. And then this is gonna be your black with the gray. So hickory or black and gray. All right, Tanya, you're back with us, of course. And wouldn't you agree, these are really for the elements when you're really working in some tough areas or you just live in a really wintry area?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. And this is our only waterproof boot that we have in the whole hour. It's bear paw spin on the classic duck boot. So we did, what I love is we did the bear paw top with the cow suede treated in NeverWet, just in case they get wet up there. And then, of course, we have that classic duck boot design on the bottom that's completely waterproof. So yes, if you are truly standing in mud and muck and water, they're impenetrable. They're waterproof. They have a split shaft with a little toggle button, just like on the lorry that we were looking at, so you can get in and out of these very easily. They have a nice height to the shaft as well. It's that mid shaft. I love, love, love that whip stitching. I think the way that we do our duck boot is just above and beyond. It has a little faux fur. I mean, come on, it's definitely bear paw inspired because it is. So we've taken that classic, we put our spin on it. It's a very warm, fashionable workhorse boot. That's beautiful. And by the way, I believe, now I don't have this boot, but if you reach in there, I think the footbed is removable. Correct me if I'm wrong.
There it is.
Great. So there it is, nice and thick. That's a sheepskin footbed. You can add an orthotic if you want to. You can launder that if you need to. But that's just an extra little plus that we have. She's beautiful. And again, she's brand new. I don't even have her yet. First time we've ever aired this boot. And those 2 colors are those classic colors. So you really can't go wrong with that.
You know, I'm very fortunate because we have a really teeny cabin up in Michigan. And my husband, he does go hunting. And one day I decided we were on vacation and went out to the hunting blind with him. And gosh knows, thank goodness I had a duck style boot on. You just go through everything without a fear in the world. Like I was really slushing through a lot of mud. It was really cold and rainy and kind of gross up there. And we were slushing through mud, having to go back to where the stand was. And I was just, it was really funny because mine were a duck bottom just like this. And they were like an ivory gray. And my husband's like, are you really gonna wear those out to the hunting stand? And I'm like, you betcha. And I'm walking along. And again, I was like, I don't care if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I would look good. But my feet stayed totally dry because, and again, I wasn't nervous about like hitting a puddle. How many of you work with dogs outside? Maybe you spend a lot of time outdoors. Maybe you have a horse farm or a horse ranch. And again, there's those people who live those lifestyles where you just end up being out in the elements all year long. It's perfect. And again, you look fashionable and your feet stay warm and they stay dry, which is great. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up on this because I got some more to show you before we're done. All right, I'm gonna mention the Lori. I'm gonna give you just a quick little update on her. We've already sold out of the black, so the black's gone.